Well, hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a fabulous Tuesday night. Here we are.
Hello, everybody.
It's a rare sighting of the IT guy. I hope you are all ready. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can get into here. But I don't know. Hello, Cordelia. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Sorry I'm a little bit late, how things go. It always takes a little bit longer than I'm expecting. I have big news tonight. It was a really super exciting week for me. So I'm just gonna tell all you guys first because I'm gonna wait and see if a few more people show up. But have some really cool and exciting things. Hello, Michelle. Glitter's in the house. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Fantastic. I'm so glad to have you join, by the way, Cordelia. That is amazing. I'm just really super happy to have you here. Glitter, I'm super happy to have you. Cheryl, hello. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Amazing. I am trying to set up my chat over here so I don't have to keep craning my neck to see it over there. Tammy! Hello! Welcome, you guys. I'm so just super happy to see you. Wonderful. Jaboy, it's always a pleasure to have you in chat. How? There we go. Excellent. Okay. That is always the problem because those cats like to jump. They always want to jump into the glue or watercolor. You cannot watercolor with cats because they ruin it. Sometimes it's okay. Other times it's just kind of they make a big mess. I'm glad you found us too, because we have a lot of fun. Okay, so I have hi, Lamont. It seems like you're new here. Are you new? Welcome. Wonderful to have you. Okay, I'm going to show you this thing that I made because I made this last night. I finished it in the wee small hours of the morning, and I am going to post a video. I'm hoping Thursday on how I made this, and it'll be kind of a tutorial, I hope. I haven't looked at what I have yet. I finished it and then I went to work today and I came home and I'm going to show it to you, but I'm super excited because I made this. It's like a folio, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm doing hashtag JJ Madness, so Junk Journal Madness, at Susan at I Totally Love It hosts this, and I haven't posted her in the description box, which I should probably do. But this is, well, I'm going to post the video on Thursday, and that'll have all of her information. This is just kind of a sneak peek because I'm excited to have you guys here and tell you all these fun things, right? So hopefully I'm not frozen. I sure do look frozen. Okay. Maybe I'm just not moving. Okay. But this is a folio I made, and it's super cool because it folds out to this great big huge thing. So this opens, and it doesn't have any pages, so it's a folio, and this folds down. And if you're wondering, Junk Journal Madness is, if you haven't heard of it, Susan, I think she does it about 6 or 8 months out of the year. And this is the first one. February is the first one she's doing. And she takes some months off, like December, because that would be insane. But you make a junk journal, and she picks a co-host, and the co-host offers the possible themes, like 4 to 6 themes, and she spins a wheel to determine the theme, and then she rolls a dice to determine how many materials you have to use and how many things you have to make for the journal. And so there's that. And I've been wanting to make a folio, so I made a folio, and I figured this out how to do it last night. And this is like, okay, so it looks like this. And these are copy filters on the outside, and it folds out like this. And then it folds out like this. Ta-da! And this one folds up. But then the middle part folds. I have too many things on my desk. My desk is not big enough for this. So this folds out, okay? And then this folds over. Ta-da! And I haven't finished it. Okay, I'm going to decorate this later. And this folds up, and this folds over, okay? So you can fold it out into this big, huge thing. And then it all folds back up. And I'm going to decorate it with like flips and tucks and pockets. And the theme for February is flowers. So I have these like flowers. These are really pretty papers that I have, and they've just kind of been sitting in my stash. And they're all like these pretty embroidered flowers. And I'm going to use that to decorate this. And I know. So I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to make a PDF that talks about, I'll have the video out hopefully on Thursday. And so watch for that. But I haven't edited it at all yet, but I think it's going to be pretty easy. But I do want to make a PDF, and I'll post that in my Ko-fi shop so you can get all the measurements and the materials and everything. Awesome. Okay. If you want to make one, I will try and make it so all the directions are there. Okay. There's that thing. I finished it last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So, new things. And then another really super exciting piece of news is, guess who is the new design team member for Happy Bee Stationery? And it's me. Okay, so I'm super excited about that too, because I wanted to be on a design team, and Sandra has really amazing kits available on her Ko-fi shop. And if you look in the product in the video description, there is a link there that should get you 30% off on her Ko-fi. And you can get this, and she has some other really fabulous kits, and some more of them are coming out. And yeah, the journal's really cool. Anyway, and so that's the other thing. So I haven't started yet. I think I found out on Friday, I think. And yes. And I downloaded this and printed this out on Saturday, but this is the Once Upon a Time kit. And these are just so cute. I did make it in one night. And I had to figure out all of the hard part was figuring out all of the measurements. And then I wasn't sure if it was going to really work. Thank you, Level Locked, for posting those. I was so excited. I've been wanting to make like folio like that for a long time. And then yes, I wanted to make a folio, and I've been putting it off because I didn't want to sit down and figure it out. So I took the time yesterday, and yes. No, they're really gorgeous, fun, like whimsical people in her kits. And I just saw some like previews of the next kit I think that's coming out that she's working on, and it's really amazing too. And it's got these like whimsical kids in it. This is the newest one, I think, and it's Once Upon a Time. And then there will be a new one coming out. She's working on it. And since I'm on the design team, I got kind of a sneak peek on what she's working on and all of that. So look for it. I will tell you here. And hello, Cheryl. I didn't say hello to you. And hello, Lisa. And hello, Newt. I'm glad you could join us. This is Newt. She, everybody else got locked out, so she gets to have a little bit of one-on-one time. But yeah, I'm going to make probably a journal with these. As you can see, I printed them out. They're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. And you get also, like, these are 2 more, like, full-page spread. But I didn't want to fold these in half, so I reduced the size. She gives them to you as a JPEG, so you can resize them. And I resize these. I'm going to use these with pockets. Then they printed beautifully. And this one I printed in black and white because that's what my printer was set to, and it looked beautiful. So I went ahead and printed that. And yeah, you get like a whole bunch of ephemera. So I haven't made anything with these yet, but I am planning on it, and I'm excited. But I wanted to show you and share with you. And then I was in Hazel Anaka Designs Live a couple days ago. This one I think I printed wrong. I had to make sure that I said to on these to shrink it to fit, or it kind of goes off because she's in the UK and everything's in A4 size, and it's just a little bit too small. So I will use this for something, but it kind of cut off the edge of these things. So I'll have to fix it. Oh, and when I got the kit, I got a freebie. And this is also from another kit that she has. And these guys are adorable. So I'm going to use these probably in my other journal, in my writing journal, because these will be perfect. I love this one. So pretty. Hi, Kelsey. I didn't. Oh, there you are. Kelsey, too, is starting a new hashtag. What is it called? Moonlight in Illuminations? Moon Illuminations? Yes. 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 The shrink to fit. Make sure that everything was staying on my page is what it's helping me to do. Anyway, some of these I printed more than once. Resizing issues. But I was worried about it because I thought that, like, I mean, you always get that, like, where it doesn't print all the way to the edge. And I thought I'd have to cut everything down, but I did not. So that's happy. Okay. And then two other things that are news and announcements is, oh yes, I was on at Hazel's live and she was like, "Oh hey Christina," because I never check my email when I'm supposed to check my email. I only check my email when I know there's something that's going to be there. Anyway, so I missed that she invited me to do Masterboard Madness. So I am, and she just sent out the info for that last night. So I am scheduled to do Masterboard Madness. On my video will come out March 16th. So look for that, and I will share with you everything that I know or have ever done with masterboards. And she has 34 people in the lineup. And there's going to be a new video by someone every day in March, and sometimes 2 in March she has on the schedule. So that's cool. If you want to learn more about masterboards, March is your month because there's going to be a lot of sharing of masterboard stuff. And I'm kind of excited about that. I'm really excited about that. Also, keep in mind that Hazel is coming out to Memphis. She's planning a retreat with Crinkled Path and Carol from Crinkled Path. And it is, I'm going by memory here, Joanna from, I know the name of her channel, and because I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head, Preppy Crafty Girl, is that her channel name? Yes, she's coming here with Carol, and Joanna are going to meet her here in Memphis, and they're planning a retreat for October. And I know that they're going to release more information on that on February 22nd. So it's a big secret. But anyway, I know because she's coming to Memphis, and I'm going to meet her because Hazel is, and that's super exciting because I get to meet people that I only know from Friends in the Box. So that's cool. I'm super excited about that because that's a whole new world. And and I love you too, Glitter. You're wonderful. And yes, lunar illuminations. I knew it was illuminations. Yes, which is a really cool hashtag. So Kelsey is doing that with Gwen the Trash Witch, and both wonderful. I saw Kelsey's video for this today, and she does absolutely fabulous videos that are fun to watch. And I'm super excited about the lunar illuminations, and I don't know if I'm going to do anything about that. I didn't put a hashtag up, but I might because I have my moon things back there, and I might pull some stamps out. Hello, Zippity. Welcome. It's good to see you. And yes, so that hashtag I think is really interesting for one reason. It posts on the new moon and the full moon. And one of the things I wanted to do this year, I mean, my one big goal for this year is to kind of notice natural cycles more. So I think, I mean, moon cycles are obviously in there. So I think that like having a hashtag that posts on the new moon and the full moon is really, really cool. Um, and I was saying I will have to plant some flowers because when the moon is, what did I say, waxing, getting bigger, yes, um, then like it will be starting tomorrow. Um, yeah, you should plant plants that grow above the ground, and this is definitely getting into the time when I'm excited about planting things. Oh, which reminds me too that I was thinking about. See, it's like everything ties together. Maybe I'm making all of these associations tie together, but anyway. So my flower journal, I was thinking would be cool since I'm making a flower journal right now. Um, I am super interested in growing flowers for tea and making tea. And so I was thinking that would be cool to use this as a record of like uses for tea. Yes. Flowers that you can use for tea, like lavender and chamomile and anise hyssop. And I was looking at that. That's what I was doing as I was waking up this morning. I was looking at using flowers for tea making. And yeah, I know, right? It'll be awesome. And hello, Cat's Gallery. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, I already have some seeds that I have that I can plant some, like, tea flowers. Um, Anything about the moon. Planting. There's if you go to the Farmer's Almanac, then it will tell you that you can either plant by the frost dates. They have a calendar for frost dates, and they have a calendar for planting by the moon because people have been planting by the moon for a very long time, which is really cool. So, does grass also include corn and wheat? Because I think that those are all those things. I do have these moon stamps. So, as I'm making birthday cards, I think these would be cool to make cards because there are some guys coming up on my birthday calendar that I need to make um, cards for. And I think moon cards would be very cool. Fantastic. I'm glad that you guys are getting like finding new channels. That's fabulous. Right? It's very tall grass. Okay. So we'll make a tea journal out of that. We're going to do some plant some seeds. That'll be fun. I just think it's cool to like notice. I also have some seeds for amaranth, which is a grain. But I haven't grown them, so I don't know. I kind of feel like it's this big red, stocky, like red flower. But I don't know if it's grass. I feel like it's kind of not super grassy, but again, I'm not super familiar with what the plant looks like. I have heard people say that corn has evolutionarily outpaced us because it has tricked us into modifying it and evolving it. And we basically work for corn. That's what I've heard. I don't know. You can do what you want with that. It's an interesting, food for thought. Oh, Miss Ellie K's here. Hi. So, on one of my first lives, I was doing some paper quilting. I am so happy that you are all here. Amaranth. Yes, I have seeds for amaranth, which is a grain, but it comes from these the ones that I have are this big flower on a stalk. It looks like a grass, actually. I don't know. I make bread sometimes glitter, and I put in oats, and I put in flaxseed and sometimes cornmeal, and I use whole wheat flour, and I am going to say that it's healthier than Wonder Bread. I see. Okay. I didn't know that there was an amaranth flower. The one I have is the grain, but it does grow, like wheat or something, and it has that big stalk. Well, that'll just make people hungry. And then they'll start showing up at the door expecting me to make them bread, which I would probably do. Okay. I have options for making birthday cards, but first I think I'm going to make cat birthday cards, because I've given away all of my birthday cards and I need more birthday cards. And I think I'm going to start out by making the cat birthday card, and then maybe I'll make a masterboard birthday card. Oh, see? I started a sourdough starter, and my sourdough starter we didn't get it started. I gave up on it. Things went bad. I have to start again. I must needs start my sourdough starter again. Bread videos. I suppose I could do that. Cinnamon rolls are delicious. The cinnamon rolls were good. Those were kind of like, yeah, those were pretty awesome. All right. That is awesome. Thank you. I did not get my kitchen cleaned up before I started this. I will have to get that done later. Okay. I still have a whole bunch of these little tiny 1-inch squares that I cut out. And they make all kinds of cute so many possibilities here. I will show you guys this. So basically, oh no, I lost one. I'll have to fix this one if I can find the right piece. Anyway, so I was doing like kind of paper piecing, quilting. Because I wanted to make some digital papers, which I did, which is cool. And I still have these little tiny squares left. So I'll fix this one. And this is, I guess this is a master board, if you were wondering, and make it in the same way. This is a little more directed than I generally do. So I got the idea from while we were doing this. Lisa actually suggested that you could make cats, that some of these look like cats. So there's this piece, but then I scanned it into the computer, and this is a printed piece of that same piece. And this one I just kind of played with the colors. Woo! It's more purpley and green in person. Crazy. Okay. And this one I did in black and white. Oh, that's sweet, Cordelia. I love that your friend gave you a sourdough starter. I have a friend who could give me one. I should probably ask her for it, and then I wouldn't have to start it on my own. When I lived in San Diego a long, long time ago, I made a loaf of sourdough bread that I had started from just scratch, and it was the best. And I had never really done it before, and I did it after, like a long time later in Seattle, and it was not nearly as good. And so I wish that I had kind of kept that original starter because it was amazing. Okay, but what are you going to do? Start over. Oh. That sounds awesome. Are you going to do like a quilting pattern for that, or is it just going to be like the quilting stitches holding the like layers together? inquiring minds want to know. Oh, I will have to check that out. It's great how everything kind of relates to each other. Paper piecing is really cool. And a fun technique. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. It is kind of like I made back in the 90s when I was scrapbooking all the time. I did like this really cool Mickey Mouse, and it was all paper pieced, and it was from a coloring book. And I cut out all the different pieces and put it all together. It was really, really cool. And I don't have it anymore. Oh, I'll tell you guys. So I don't have my scrapbook albums that I made. And so, but my ex-husband has them because I don't know, he wanted them, I guess. But he's moving to Memphis. So this could be a really great thing. Maybe I will have him give me my photo albums back after all of this time. That would be nice. Okay. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. That's awesome, Cheryl. I love quilting. Her horse is named Penguin. That is so awesome. I love that. Oh my gosh. My grandma did quilting, but it was really just like they'd take like two sheets and layer in like a layer of batting, and then they do like the quilting stitches with like yarn, and then just it's like a tied quilt, which was really nice. They'd make like a bunch of like baby blankets and stuff that way. And I still have the ones that my grandma made for my kids, which is super cool. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this cat I don't know if I want to mix and use these. Do you want to use these or do we want to use more spotted ones to match his cheeks and ears? I'm kind of thinking maybe we want to use this body for a striped kitty. And we'll use this one to make a polka dot spotted kitty. That's what I'm thinking. Marty! Hello! It's good to see you. Well, it is kind of fussy. I really like, because I like to play with paper, I think that it would be a good way to do quilt designs, because you can actually just make blocks out of paper and move them around. But I would certainly use probably 3-inch blocks and not 1-inch blocks, because the 1-inch blocks are kind of ridiculous. There are really a ton of like really good channels here. You're forgetting, Cordelia, how to sew? I mean, I don't blame you. I was listening to somebody and I don't remember who it was. And she was talking about how her mother used to make everything like for her family. Like she would sew the dresses and the slips and the underwear. I can't imagine sewing underwear. Can you imagine, like, why? I guess maybe if that was the only way you could have underwear, but that seems like a lot. I don't know. I have, too many journals to make to be concerned about sewing my own underwear. I don't even, think there's better solutions for that, in my opinion. I don't know. Exactly. Well, and I love having useful art and things that you can like touch and use and appreciate, because it just makes so much more sense to me, right? Than Kelsey. Exactly. Exactly. There's better ways to get underwear than making them yourself. I might have to start rethinking how absolutely necessary these things are. I'm glad you caught us, Marty. It's a good night. I'm really glad. I was kind of worried because it seems like over the weekend everybody was super busy or just really spread out with the hop and stuff. I don't know. Which is great. It's always good when people get to be busy doing other things. Awesome. Okay. The idea is we're going to put these cats together. I generally ink the edges, which takes forever, but I think it just makes it nicer. Then we're going to glue them down, and then we'll draw little faces on them and put them on my cards. Yeah. I get a lot of my clothing at, thrift stores. I just think it's a lot more like treasure hunting to go thrift shopping than buying things new off the rack. I don't thrift underwear either. I have limits and boundaries, and that is one of them. Nice. That'll make them nice and cozy. We do love a cozy quilt. There's just something about curling up underneath like a homemade quilt that somebody put time and effort into. Just makes it extra special. It is much better inked, and it's all about the details. And usually I didn't have it out and I had to go find it, as you saw. I found when I was inking that one really big piece, it's all 1-inch squares and then triangles cut on the diagonal. And I have found so much easier to cut them or to ink them and then just ink that one edge before you ink the edges, cut it, and then just ink the middle. That's what I'm trying to say. Ink as much as you can first before doing any cutting, which I didn't do because I didn't have my ink out because I was not prepared. But, if you were going to attempt this at home, I am going to give you that little tip. Oh, I know what we'll do. What can we do with a square? I did eventually figure out how my first cat, I don't think, had a tail. Because, some cats just don't have a tail. But I've since learned how we can give these guys a tail. So that's exciting. I mean, it's important to have boundaries and to realize that not everybody's boundaries are the same. Oh, man. So my first cat must have been a Manx because he didn't have a tail, which I think, who knew we had gone so designer on our cats, but here they are. I thought they were just strays. Okay. I had an idea. Let's see. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Here's the idea is, yes. In honor of our lunar illuminations, we'll give these guys a moon and it's not a new moon. It's a full moon. Well, that's okay. There we go. Because these guys are kind of like, wild. Get wild. And ready to party. And howling at the moon. The building blocks of the universe. Pam! Hello! Good to see ya. Glad you could make it. Okay, triangles. Explain this to me like I'm a chemist. How are triangles the building blocks of the universe? Okay, well, that's not going to work. It's what we should do. Huh. Triangles are very structurally sound. That's true. Water is a very amazing molecule, too. Okay. Well, yeah, but a square needs that kind of extra, support. Because if you're building a shelf, right, and you just have a box, then it wiggles like this. But if you put a support beam going across, then it becomes, solid. You wouldn't want to try and build out of squares. That'd be ridiculous. Just wouldn't work. The whole things would collapse. Picasso-ish is good. Somewhere up here I have a Picasso. My sister sent me Picasso. I think I have too many things stacked up there to go digging for it. I should have bothered her. I was going to send her a link, and I don't think I did. Well, I don't know. Let's not dig for Picasso too hard. She sent me a Picasso. He's very cute. I'm going to put him in my Scabby journal. Exactly, Debbie. Okay, I guess if you were building a universe, triangles would be a good thing to use. Okay, so chemical structures, like a lot of atoms, have like their electron clouds are in tetrahedrons, which I guess is like made out of triangles. So that is true. Because also the electrons can kind of move away from each other in that pattern, which is what they want to do. Okay. I have not heard this before. I'm going to have to think about it for a while, but I'm going to get there. Oh, okay. So you can't explain it to my chemistry brain. I have to do physics. I don't like physics, so physics is okay. I don't not like physics, but also I don't like physics. Chemistry, yes. Biology, yeah. Cool. Physics, eh. The Picasso cat. Dalise! Hello! Something cool. That would be awesome. Okay. All right. That's fair. That is fair. I had to take 3 semesters of physics for my chemistry degree. So I know that I don't like physics. I can feel like I'm pretty safe saying that. I was thinking about making a junk journal for the BBCA. I hadn't really completely decided on what kind of a junk journal. I would probably want to look in and see what kind of participation you're getting and whether it's junk journalers a lot of people or if it's like just general crafters and stampers and card makers and paper crafters. Yes, the BBCA is the Broke Bank Craft Along. It's May 1st to the 3rd. There is some information with, I think, a link to the Facebook page, which you should join if you're at all interested, in the description box for this video. And Delise, Stamper Girl, is putting all that together. Did I show you? I'm going to show you guys again because I think a lot of people have come since the very beginning. And so I made this. Pam, look, I made a folio. I did this yesterday. I'm going to put my flower journal for hashtag JJ Madness, Junk Journal Madness, hosted by Susan, and I truly love it, in this journal. And I think I'm going to make it a flowers for grown for tea journal. Okay, so look, it flips out like this, and this flips down, and I have a lot less space now than I did before. Okay. And then this one flips out, and this one flips up, and then this one flips down, and this one flips up, and then this one flips over, and then this one flips over. So it opens up completely into this giant 9 square rectangle piece, and I'm going to put flowers and tea related flowers in here. And I made this out of yeah, it's cool. Oh yes, and as far as I thought it would be kind of cool, but I can make a journal that's maybe a little bit easier than this for the BBCA. And this is made out of let's see. I had some paper packs, and I used the back of the paper pack for the structure, and then it's got some book pages incorporated. But these are coffee filters, so it's covered in like used coffee filters. Ooh, cool, Debbie. I want to come see what you have for sale this Saturday. Awesome. Debbie has flippy folio journals for sale on Saturday. It does smell great, and I love these filters. So this is all stuff that other than the glue, which of course costs an arm and a leg, and the cardstock that I already had in my stash. Free stuff, reused stuff, upcycled stuff. Okay. So definitely a proponent of all of that. Crafting on a budget and using what you have. Uh-oh. Really? YouTube is falling apart. But I tell you what, I'm getting some more glue. Hopefully it's in the mail. Because I am out of glue, and that is terrible. I guess I could go to the, I should have gone to the art store. they probably have the very glue that I'm after. I knew I wanted a reason to go in there. Okay, let's give this guy a tail. And a face. You know, the thing, well, I mean, I would yell too if like I can't get to, they already make it hard enough. Like, I know, like, I like to go to Pam's lives. She's the ginger cat lady. If you don't know her, she's in here. I have seen her link go up. And I know she's live. And does it pop up in my feed? No. And then it doesn't pop up sometimes, like when I'm navigating, I have to navigate to her page and to her lives, and she's live. She does a lot of lives. And does it put it at the top, like as if to say, this is the one that's happening right now? No, I have to sometimes dig through her entire menu of lives to find her. And I don't understand why, because I'm fairly certain that I must be subscribed to her, because why would I want to make my life more complicated than it needs to be? But maybe I should check my notifications. I don't know. I think they just don't like me sometimes. And this is on a good day. If they're having a bad day, I don't even want to know. I'm glad you made it. It is ridiculous. This is the work that I do. Yes. I'll have to go and check because I don't know. Maybe my notification got turned off or something. Because it should just pop up in my notifications. And then, there it is. YouTube is a funny place. So I am super excited about making both a flowers, a tea flower journal and a tea garden. I think that will be fantastic. Look at him. I like him. I think he's cute. I hope he fits on a card. He's kind of tall. Oh, no. Oh, that's okay. We'll make him fit. Okay. It eventually dawned on me that cats should have tails. They like them, they want them, they need them. Unless they don't have them. Yeah, my channel name is really hard. I'm not even sure Scrapcraft is a word. Making it a bit ridiculous. Okay. Drawing faces. What are we going to do for that? It's a good question. I keep moving all of my pens around. So that I never have one. One would think, as a paper crafter, there would always be a pen or a marker or something right at hand, and there never is. Okay. What do you think this cat is going to look like? Usually I cut a piece out to use for a nose. Let's give this kitty a pink nose. Kitty needs a pink nose. I think it's been a few minutes since I made one of these. There, that's what we need. The last piece. Crazy. Woohoo! Pam, are you going to teach at this Broke Bank Craft Along, the BBCA? All right. Okay. So we're going to give him some feet, and we have a cat, and his name is Crouton, and yes, his name is Crouton, and when he came, we noticed that he had ginormous feet, and he's going to be a very large cat. Because I think he's still growing. And he has hair between his toes that just grows out like crazy long hairs between his toes. Like a hobbit, which is how he got the name Bertacroot Sockville Baggins. Oh, these toes are smaller. Look at that. He's a little lopsided. I got busy talking and forgot about giant toes. Okay. So this might be Crouton, is all I'm trying to say. He also wears like these white leggings because his back legs are like they're like white, like almost all the way up. And then he's like a long-haired tabby on top. Okay. What's his favorite face? He's got big eyes. That's what we know about him. He's got these huge eyes. There we go. I'll see if we can do the same sort of eye on the other side, maybe. Give him a little bit of like a cat eye. Like, like he's a cat. What do you think? Okay. He's going to be a little lopsided because I can never do them the same. That's okay. We'll just do it the same thing on the other side. It'll be fine. So Monday, he's a stray. Now, I am sure that if IT guy is still here listening, he is going to jump in, and he thinks he is at least partial Maine Coon. He is a stray, and my thing is that he's just a Maine Coon, or just a Maine Coon. Now, okay, well now it's on record. Okay, IT guy maintains that he thinks he's a Maine Coon. I find that somewhat hard to believe because they're kind of rare cats, but he's a pretty big cat, yeah. He's less than a year old, and he's like pretty much, he's very long and kind of short. We have another, like, he isn't a stray. He wasn't, oh, I guess he's not a stray. His father was a stray. His mother was not a Maine Coon. He's a poor little orphan. I should stop talking about his cat before I get into trouble. He's going to insist that he's a Maine Coon. Somewhere in there. But he does have toe fur. Lots of toe fur. Yes, left locked is IT guy. Good point. Good point. His father could have had a family. And Delise, I did not see an email from you, but I sent you a message on Facebook before I started. Delise, is Cece a cat? Okay. Tell me which day you want me to teach on. Oh. Well, I hope that all goes very well. That sounds very, very taxing. Poor baby. Greyhounds are such sweet dogs. Oh man, we haven't inked any of these yet. Okay. Find that very difficult to believe, Marty. That's okay. If you're not going to teach, you can show up and learn, and then you'll know stuff. Or just hang out and have fun. She will be able to stretch out. Me too, Marty. Learning is where it's at. I have had this shorts popping up in my feed, and it is a greyhound running with a four-wheeler, and they're like clocking this greyhound running at like 45 miles per hour. It's truly amazing to watch. And also, I can't imagine having a dog that could run that fast. The Brokebank Craft Along is I know. I love these cats. They're so much fun to make. Thank you, Kelsey. Ooh. That would be awesome. I like Coptic stitch journals. What am I doing? I was going to try and make sure. Eek. There we go. There's a link for the BBCA also in the description box for this video. And I will probably start posting. I guess I should do some community posts for it, just to kind of direct people who might want to teach or something for it. There's a lot of people here. Hey, if anybody's interested in teaching something at the BBCA, Delise is here and you can let her know. Put it on your calendars. In case you're not attending, any creative conventions that weekend. Yeah, I really love these. These are birthday cards is where these guys are going. Also, awesome. I have too many mices. You might have this paper. This paper came from a huge pack of paper. That is the weekend of the Simon Says convention, yes. Are you going, Pam, to the Simon Says convention? Oh, you should probably clean if your mom is coming, though. There are reasons to clean. That would be one of them. Speaking of conventions and retreats, I also want to point out that there is one in the works for October, and this is 4 channels are putting it together, and it's Hazel Anaka design, and I think a lot of people are have been on Heart to Heart with Hazel, and she's planning a retreat that's coming up in October. And the reason I'm letting you know this is because they're supposed to do an official announcement with some sort of more information next week, I think on February 22nd. So I just want to let you know all to look for that in case you're interested. Let's see, it's Carol at Crinkled Path, and I can't remember Joanna's channel's name. Preppy Crafty Girl. The Preppy Crafty Girl? I was hoping. You know what? I'm not going either. Because I am also broke. So there's that. Which is why I like junk journaling. Because I get to use up the things that I have. And I get excited about, oh my gosh, look, an empty box. I can make that into something. Resourceful. I'm just a girl looking to become Simon Says. Okay. Well, it'll be a party anyway. I like 80s parties. That could be a fun journal. 80s journal. Full of leg warmers and what are those things? Leg warmers, shoulder pads. Help me out here, Pam. She just did did you guys see like Pam and the Messy Palette, dye at the Messy Palette, and big hair? Yes, an Aquanet to get the big hair. Yes. Oh, and Dirty Dancing. That's great. It's my favorite 80s movie. Even though it doesn't really take place in the 80s, but still. If I'm voting for a party, I'm saying 80s party. It really is. Probably going to have to watch it after this. Watch some Dirty Dancing. Okay. Well, leg warmers. Oh, yeah, and the peg jeans. Yes. My cousin was really, really good at that. I was pretty amazed. and her ability to peg the jeans, yes. Whew. I can almost smell the hairspray from here. Yes. So Pam, the ginger cat lady, and Dye at the Messy Palette have been doing a women's fashion, like fashion journal, and it covers like all of women's fashion from like the 1880s, I think, is when they started, or somewhere in there. Maybe before then. I don't know when they started. Um, but it's really, really cool and fun to see. I just really love the music and the dancing in Dirty Dancing. Fantastic. Glue this guy down. Were the bodysuits in the 80s or the 90s? I want to say that I had bodysuits in the 90s. All right, Delise. Good luck with the puppy. We'll be spending you lots of like positive thoughts and healing prayers for her because that is rough. Poor baby. Well, you better get over there. Okay. Thanks for coming. It was good to see you and hang out. I will check my messages when I get off of here. Awesome. Thank you all for coming. I was going to say I like making these cats, and I'm adding the moon today because Kelsey and Gwen the Trash Witch are starting a brand new hashtag collaboration called Lunar Illuminations, if you weren't here earlier. And this happens on the new moon and the full moon, and it's brand new today for the brand new moon. So you should go check out their videos. And I haven't seen Gwen's yet, but I'm going to watch it because, I mean, we love Gwen. We did watch Kelsey's earlier, and it was very fun, and I highly recommend that. And if you're not subbed to Junk Journal Magic with Kelsey Jones, you should check out her channel because she does a lot of really cool stuff on her channel. And she makes really cool videos, really nice videos. And she has really good music. And I'm saying all this because a lot of you have fabulous channels. But I don't know if you know Kelsey. So, Kelsey, meet the gang. Pam, the ginger cat lady. She has a great channel. You're welcome. Who else? Delise is fun. She does a lot of fun lives. Cheryl's here. Who am I missing? Debbie does a lot of like live sales. She has a live sale coming up, what, Saturday? She sells amazing paper. She dyes her own paper. If you haven't seen Debbie Epps' paper, you should like check out Debbie Epps' paper. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Cordelia has a channel. I don't know if she's still here either. She does indeed. I'm sure that I'm subscribed to Cordelia's channel. Yes. I'll have to look and see. I don't think I've watched her channel much. There is so much YouTube and so little time. Okay. Easier eyes. I like these hats because they always look like they're wearing a crown. Now, where did my little piece go that I was using to make noses? Okay. I love schnauzers. Any dog that has a beard is all right, and mustache is all right by me. Also, I always imagine them like kind of going along cleaning the floor with their little coats. Like a dust mop. Oh, we didn't give this guy a mouth. We give him a smiling mouth. So he looks friendly. We give him a little tongue. Okay. Whiskers. And a darker pen. And some tools. No claws, kitty. Okay. All right. Let's cut these guys out. Put them in a card. We'll save the last kitty maybe for when I'm watching Juju here later. All right. We should have waited. We'll cut around like we're gonna fussy cut the whiskers now. We should have waited and glued it down and then drawn the whiskers. Okay, saved ourselves. Yes, they are, Pam. For Harley's birthday club, I sent out all of the ones that I had made yesterday, and I sent out all my swaps, and now I'm out of birthday cards. So here we are. Plus, also I'm running short because every person in my family is either born in March or April. So there's that. Maybe not every person. There's just a lot of them. Because that's when my sister decided to have all of her children. Within like 3 weeks of each other. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, probably not a great move. Because that's a lot of Aries. That is a lot of Aries. Awesome. I managed to mail mine out yesterday. I went and took them and dropped them in the box. But yes, that's about like all I did on Sunday was I spent a lot of time mailing things on Sunday. So I had a big pile. And if you're here and you didn't know, if you watch Pam's channel, she has a Discord as well. And she has Harley is her ginger cat, and she has a Harley's birthday club, and you can join Harley's birthday club and have, and people will send you birthday cards. So that is why I am making birthday cards. In addition to the fact that, like, you know, as I have mentioned, there are a lot of Aries birthdays in my family, and I always mean to send cards, but this year I'm actually sending birthday cards to people. So I'm becoming a better person that way this year. Plus, it's fun. I'm making a lot of cool things for people this year. Now, here's what I think. I didn't try this. Oh, Cheryl's here. Cheryl, did you see? It is free, yes, to join the Harley's Harley's birthday club is for free. Cheryl does a thing where she's making what is it hashtag 10 on 25? It's make 10 Christmas cards on the 25th. So I've been doing that, and these are the 10 birth cards that I made in January, and I finished them last week, I think. They're super cute. Anyway, and it's almost time to think about making another 10. I'm going to make a different 10. Okay. Now this is what I thought. With the moon on there, they're too big, and I did not plan ahead. Let's put him on there. What are we going to do? Oh no, we're going to have to cut the moon. We're going to cut the moon. That's going to happen. We're just going to chop it off at the top. That is a good question. I like 4x6 cards. Maybe this is why the cats are howling at the moon. I could have made them shorter cats. I guess I could potentially make bigger cards. No. I hope not. Do they have to be cat cards? Okay. Bigger cards it is. All right. Let's see what we can find. I'm going to tell you that sometimes I have sent out quilted cards and not that were not cat cards to Anne Marit, for one. And she did not complain that it was not having a cat on it. I didn't think that was a requirement. I didn't even think to ask, though, so now's the chance. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of more like Christmassy. But I actually kind of like it with this cat because look, the pattern, it's got that kind of star pattern. It's a lot of gold with the gold moon. What do you guys think? Is that the one, or should I keep looking? All right. All right. How big does this need to be? That seems like very large. We'll have to cut this down. Thank you for coming, Lisa. It was good to have you. Have a great night. I should look and see what size my envelopes are. My question is, make a moon journal. Oh, I was going to show you the other thing. So the other day, this is my commonplace notebook. That's my picture of Aretha Franklin. I'm going to paint. This is like AI, but I'm going to repaint this because I love the colors and I love her expression and I think it's awesome. But this is my commonplace notebook where I'm going to make all my notes about growing flowers for tea. There's my Australia thing, so I can keep track of all my Australian friends, which I haven't done anything with, but hey, I put it in there. Wait. Where's the thing? It's gone. I thought I put it in here. I should have a moon calendar. But apparently I don't. Well, never mind. What was I thinking? Did I put it someplace else? I thought I put it in here. Now we'll have to think. Oh, there it is. I missed it. My moon calendar. I got this, somebody on Reddit does this every year. And it shows you like when the full moon is and when the new moons are. Which is cool. This is today. The new moon. And the full moon for February was on the 1st. Which there's a little ring around it, but I can barely see it. So there you go. And the next one is in 2 weeks. On March 3rd. Great. Commonplace notebook. Here's how I think about it. It's just a notebook where I'm keeping mine for things that I'm learning. So, like, or things like reference kind of things. So I think Juju is putting in like um, color swatches from her, like swatches from her colored pencils and paints and things like that. And so some people keep those things in there. I would rather keep those kind of references someplace else and keep this for kind of references that are just kind of like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have that calendar for the moon calendar again so that I can see when the new moons are? Because, and then this was, somebody was saying that this was their, and I can't remember who it was now, but they were doing the scabby hunt. And I was in a live and they said that this was going to be their artist for an artist inspired page. And it was Antoni Gotti, and I'd never heard of this person. I was like, cool. But he's a Spanish architect, and he does these really cool kind of organic shaped buildings. So I just picked some images off the internet and made a poster using AI and put it in here so that because I learned about this architect who's Spanish and has this really cool stuff. This was my notes because I was making jelly plate transfers and I wanted to remember the steps that I did. So I'm just using it as like a notebook to keep track of things that I'm interested in that are kind of like, so it's a reference of things that I've learned or a place to keep things that are, like I got this flyer I went to a museum and this guy does really cool. He does collections. One of the things, this one is really cool. So he took an entire encyclopedia and rolled the pages into tubes and took out selections of pictures and framed them in the tubes and framed this whole thing. It's very art journal, junk journal-y. But this is a P of the encyclopedia, and he did this, and he has a whole bunch of different works like that. And so I just stuck this flyer in here, and I wrote about him because he's a local artist, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's basically just kind of things I'm working on. This is when I was going to do the quilts back in, and I was looking for quilting patterns. So I kind of just colored them in here. This is where I was doing Art Weekly, and I named all my days. So I have a theme for every day, like Mixed Media Monday and Together Tuesday when we do lives. Yay! Finish it Friday. Winnowing Wednesday, where I get rid of things because the trash comes on Thursday. So it's a good day to kind of clean out the fridge and clear off my desk. See? There you go. Yeah, I mean, like if you have like a notebook, it's just a different name for like, I don't know. I mean, maybe you have a bullet journal or something like that. I guess a bullet journal would be like a little bit different. I also have a bullet journal. It's just a notebook for keeping track. It's like a really old name. So people used to have commonplace notebooks, like back in the 1800s, I think is where it comes from. When it might have been a little bit more difficult to get paper, maybe, and have a notebook. My problem is I have another book that I call a visual journal, which is really kind of the same thing. Um, I use that. I'm kind of saying that that one's kind of more like my personal journal. And this one's kind of like a notebook where I write things that I'm learning. And then I have a bullet journal, which is where I keep lists and things, my to do lists and things like that. Because I have to have, 6 or 7 or 8 journals or I'm not happy. Good night, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us. It was awesome to have you here. Let's see. A notebook journal for healthcare, self-care, exercise ideas, whole foods. Exactly. I think a lot of people have them without realizing it. I don't usually make really big cards. I like him a lot. Okay. Oh. Now, see, I haven't heard them called that, Debbie. A Society of Idea Collectors Notebooks. Exactly. Yep. I will have to check her out because I don't think I've ever heard of her. But I love that because I'm always looking for new ideas for my notebooks. Although, as you can tell, I have plenty of ideas already. I'm sure. It sounds like I would like her. I should write her down in my notebook, right? One of these places. Society of Idea Collectors sounds like a fun club, too. I don't know. Sounds like just the place I would want to be. She is just M and W now. She is on my list. I will check her out tomorrow. I am doing my watching. Hello, Di. So glad you made it. Monday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh, okay. 8:30 a.m. So that's going to be, I'm always really bad at this. 7:30 here. Yes. 7:30 a.m. Central Time. Level locked, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Well, I mean, there's always replay. I like replays because I don't know if I'll be up at 7:30 in the morning. Maybe sometimes. I think it's generally frowned upon for me to be awake at 7:30 in the morning. I think that that's what blackout curtains are for, right? I always have this idea that I'm going to wake up early and start my, morning when the sun's coming up. Yeah, I don't know why I think that. Why do I think that? That's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. Somebody's getting a big card because I think I'm leaving this one as just like half a sheet of paper. This one I'm going to cut down, however. I think I'm going to, I want blue. I want blue. I don't know. Goal is a strong word, Debbie. I am thinking the word is probably more like wishful thinking to get up that early. I do like it. I like the idea of like, not wasting a single second of daylight. I like that idea. But also, I like waking up slowly at like 10 a.m. That is more like realistic. I have black. I have purple. That's what I want is blue. Okay. Well, these are going to be very fancy cards, but that's okay. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay. Look at this. This is blue, and it's got little white dots like stars. It's perfect. Okay. I was going to put the pink one on this. I guess we could put both of them on this and cut them out again. Or mat them. Which could be really interesting, but that's not what we're going to do. We're just going to make a card out of this. I think so. It's found its purpose at last. Okay. I know, it's perfect. Level locked is IT guy. But he can tell you if he wants to be called something else. I never really asked him. I just started calling him that. So, and he is very, very kindly helping out tonight and doing all the mod work. And he's doing a great job. And I appreciate him a lot. I feel like I'm going to be making my own envelopes for these. Well, not for that one. I'll definitely have an envelope for that one. I'll probably find an envelope for this too. We'll see. Wouldn't be the first time. I made weird size cards. We're just going to find an envelope. Don't tell him he gets a raise. I'll make you cookies. It's very nice. He has it set up so I have like the mouse for both of the computers. Which one is which, I don't know, but hey. And I'm getting used to the idea because it's been a couple of weeks. And so I don't actually walk over to the computer now to find the mouse. So that's good, like the first time. Yes, we have decided. Well, that's definitely a fun party trick, Debbie. I like guitar. IT guy can actually play some instruments. He is a trumpet player. And we have his old piano, and it's in the garage. And one day, the neighbor was out playing saxophone, and he was playing along with him, which was kind of fun. And you guys should do that some more. So our neighborhood would be a lot cooler if we had more dueling band practice. Are you going to work? No. Well, you're no fun. Where is my birthday stamp? Okay. Yes, we are going to grow a tea garden. I will keep you all posted on how that goes. I really, really, really want to stamp those. Let's see what it's going to look like. I guess I can cover it up if it doesn't stamp the way we want it. I think it'll be fine. Okay. I think it's going to be fine. Should we emboss it? I say no. I think this is going to be fine. I am very, very lucky to have such a wonderful IT guy who is so talented. All right. This was great. Great bit of moon inspiration from Kelsey here. I will find something and figure out what to do with the edges of this. I think I actually ordered some pens that are like white and gold and silver. And I think doing a border around the edge, I think they're coming tomorrow. So we might wait and do that. Which will be awesome because then we can write a birthday message on the inside. Ah, he's cute. Okay. That is fantastic. What about you? I'm going to stick you right on here. Mooncat. What are we going to do with this? Cut it down. That's him in the middle. Need some sort of grounding. Give him a little bit of a wall to sit on or something. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, I got a gold pen. I think it's like Panda Fly. Somebody was talking about, I can't remember who this was now. On Amazon. They're supposed to be really good. I don't know. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you for coming. I think they are freaking adorable, and I love the hashtag lunar illuminations that Kelsey is hosting with Gwen the Trash Witch. So check those out because that's going to be fun. I'm going to put that down there and we'll figure it out. So happy that you came. I almost ripped his tail off. Go over that way. It feels like a very Egyptian cat, which is appropriate. He is just channeling kind of King Tut, I feel like. It's the crown. Their ears always look like crowns to me, slightly. Oh. Okay. Well, we know that I didn't get this tip from Dee Dee because I was sleeping on Monday and Wednesday mornings. Maybe it was. I want to say it was like, I don't remember. I go to a lot of lives. And it might have been somebody. Cheryl? I don't remember. Okay. The other way to do this would be to actually fit everything on here like this, right? Because I'm sure it can be done. Which stitch? So I have one more cat to make. I really thought I was going to make a whole masterboard because I was making these other cards the other day. And I was going to make some of those too. But I didn't. Because I have spent almost 2.5 hours doing this. Okay. But no, that's not. I'm just slow. I'm so slow. That's okay. I enjoy myself and have a good time. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Delise was asking, saying that she thought she had this paper. But she's gone now. I started to say that I got it at Costco in a pack of like 400. Or a very large Costco pack anyway. And I've been trying to use it up for years. And this is my go-to paper when I just want a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And it's really nice paper because I got it at Costco a million years ago. That is awesome. Yes. That's perfect. Thanks for coming by, Marty. I will see you at Juju's because I will probably be there, although I think we're probably going to be making dinner. So I might have to watch from the balcony. Because we haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm going to finish this other card really quick, and I'll have 3 different sizes. I'll have like a Papa Kitty, and a Mommy Kitty, and a Baby Kitty. And then I think we're having kind of chicken tacos. I think is what I heard. I just show up and eat. Because the IT guy does that too. So, for the most part, we share that. We share cooking. So Pam, I don't know if Pam's still here. I never heard back from like Junk Journal boss about the was it Junk Journal Summit. He cooks for survival. IT guy cooks. He really, really likes butter, which is very tasty, but I swear the man's trying to fatten me up. So, I mean, if I want vegetables, he will cook the vegetables, but I have to buy them because I don't think he buys them. That's not true. Peppers and onions he'll buy. And what else? I mean, I did the Atkins diet like a long time ago, which is basically a keto diet. And I ate when I did it, I ate tons of salads. I was eating a lot of vegetables. Lots and lots of leafy greens. Maybe he is. Maybe he's trying to put me on the keto diet. Pretty sure biscuits don't go on there, though. I think we missed this one. White gravy has a lot of lactose in it, which is sugar. So I think generally not gravy. Although it's also like got a lot of flour in it, which is certainly not keto. I feel like I have a lot of extra cat pieces here. What is going on? Let's put him back together. Put him back together. Let's see what is going on here. I guess those are part of the legs. They're not extra. They're supposed to be here. Because our kitten needs legs. Okay. Whey. Totally whey. Curds and whey even. Fantastic. Die. I've been showing everybody all night. So I wanted to make a folio because I wanted to make a folio. So I made this journal last night. And look at this. It's got all kinds of flippy outies and it flips all the way out and it takes up like an entire table when it's all done. And it flips down and it flips up and then it flips out and then it flips out. So you can't even see it no more. You were the inspiration because I've been watching you put these things together. And I was like, heck. We can do that. And I'm going to make it this is my journal for Junk Journal Madness. And I'm going to make it into a tea flowers for tea journal. It's kind of bare. I finished it last night, like at 1:00 in the morning. And it's beautiful and I love it. love that. That is a great idea. Because I always like it when I can find things that are referenced in a video, or I can find the video. I have this one YouTuber that I follow, and she just uses the same video description for all her videos. And I went back to go and try and find this really cool like tag she does that's like got a hidden journaling space, and I made one. I think I made one last week or something like that. Anyway, I made one on live, and I couldn't find it because she just uses the same video description, and she makes like she posts once or twice a day, and she does really fabulous stuff. But I couldn't. It was so sad because I wanted to link her channel, but I couldn't. So I really like that idea of like posting everything. Well, of course you're an influencer. Why wouldn't you be here if you didn't want to be a famous YouTube influencer? That's better. My mom calls me the instigator. I don't know where she got that idea from. Definitely not me. Definitely not me. Making the world a better place, one junk journal at a time. So, I was saying at the beginning, but I feel like everybody's kind of switched out now. Hazel Anaka of Hazel Anaka who does she does Heart to Heart with Hazel interviews, which are on Opposite of Di's lives on Wednesday. That one, yes, that's fantastic. Anyway, she's coming to Memphis, and I'm going to get to have dinner with Hazel, and Carol from the Crinkled Path is coming with her, and I think Joanne of Preppy Girl Crafts, is that her channel name? I can't remember. I think she lives here. So I'm super excited about that because it'll be fun to meet people from YouTube in person. And Lisa, who is not here anymore, she went to bed. She got asked for by name because Hazel remembered her from when I did my interview with her. Yes, Tina's mother-in-law. Because Lisa should go and do Bible journaling with all of them when they do it once a month. Because I think she would enjoy that. I'm excited. excited. I'm also excited to hear about this retreat that they're planning because I feel like it's going to be somewhere near me. Talise is live. I don't think we ever figured out how to set up the thing that's not called a raid. Because I looked it up once and then couldn't figure out how to do it when the time was right. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that. That's awesome. And I don't know Riley. Do I know Riley? I don't think I know Riley. I do have a special place in my commonplace notebook, since we were talking about that earlier, for my Australian friends and keeping track of them because I had to, because of the cyclone. Hi, Heidi. Welcome, welcome. I've been making cat cards for Ginger Cat Club, for Harley's birthday club. Oh, I think I have maybe seen her. Maybe. I would have to see it. She probably comes on while I'm sleeping. Baby card, baby card. Let's do this. That doesn't look right. Oh man. I thought that was gonna be okay. I was wrong. Okay. I'm going to fit this entire cat onto this card. And I know this cat will fit onto this card because I've done it before. It's going to be amazing, Pam. It's going to be amazing when it's done. Totally worth all of the awfulness because when my craft room has been super organized and not super disorganized, it's always been great. And I am, yeah, but at the same time, I understand because I organized all my 8.5 by 11 paper, not all my cardstock, all my 8.5 by 11 paper. And it took me like hours. I think I worked on it for like 3 hours last week. And I wasn't expecting that to take that long. Because how much 8.5 by 11 white paper can a girl have And I think the answer is more than I expected. Some of it wasn't white paper. Some of it was like, I also did the stationery and the specialty papers and like the craft paper. And apparently I like to unsort it, so. And apparently I need to do some coffee dyeing because I have a lot of like just white Amazon paper that's supposed to be coffee dyed and isn't. And it's not what I print on because, I mean, my goodness. I have to have better printing than that. Well, I like to print on the hammer mill paper because it's like a little bit heavier and it makes really nice prints if you're going to use it in your junk journal for like, printing things on. And then I have HP white printer paper because I think that's actually belongs to the IT guy, but it's paper, so I kind of grabbed it. And then I was making like writing journals, and so I got this other Japanese like copy paper. Um, that's really nice for writing on. And that's what, the calligraphy pen people suggest you use in case I wanted to start selling, writing journals. So there's that. And then I have, just some, basic paper that, like I said, needs to be coffee dyed or avocado dyed or Easter egg dyed or whatever. Yes. And then, and then stationery. And I was thinking because I got to use like a lot of my stationery because I was sending out all those swaps. So I got to use some of my stationery. So now I might get to buy some more stationery, but at least I could find it because I had just, sorted it all. Put that on my list. Things to buy is more stationery because, if you use something, you can buy more because you would hate to run out. Uh-huh. I lost one of your ears. I knew I was short. Okay. We've got to make this cat another ear. What was I saying? The big tip for doing these cats is to ink the edges of the squares before you cut them. Because it's just easier to hold on to them than it is to ink the edges after they're cut. Proper procedures. I know. I am right in the middle of Memphis. Since what? 2017. In 2017, I moved to Memphis from Seattle. Take a break. if you need to take a break, Pam. Because it's, I don't know, it's just like a ongoing battle. Heidi makes some really cool journals. And she makes videos. Fantastic videos. Oh, I see what's going on. I knew that wasn't right. Let's turn it the right way. I guess you could do it the other way too. They're kind of cool both ways. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We really did have a lot of really cool channels come tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and watching and hanging out with us. It was really a fun night. I was kind of shocked, as I mentioned, how much paper that I have. But, you know. I also have a lot of yarn, a lot of cardstock. I do occasionally buy cardstock. I did hear about the Ginger Cat Lady's first birthday on February 23rd. I heard that there's going to be lots of prizes. Which is also my mom's birthday. So the Ginger Cat Lady has the same birthday as my mom. Which is also pretty cool. So, Pam, when is this birthday party happening? Is it during your usual live? Well, and my paper kind of kept like turning up because I had this box and it was stuffed full of like tissue paper, and I need to put that on the calendar to do. But the bottom of it was full of like notebook paper and graph paper. And I had no idea how much was in there. And I should really, it's this weekend is supposed to be terrible and cold, I think. But it is getting warm enough that if I find a weekend when it's not, near freezing, here in the near future, I can probably just go outside and at least dye a bunch of paper. So I'll have to find a day to do that when I'm not out planting my, tea garden. But that's going to be like kind of a one step at a time process. That can be done in pots. That won't be that hard. You don't have to dig up the whole entire front yard for tea. I don't need, that sounds like a lot of work. Let's not do that. Let's grow it in pots. And then maybe as necessary, move it out into the yard slowly. Oh no! Yeah. The Wraithwood Journal. Yes, I remember the prizes were all very nice prizes. I will definitely be there because I would really, really love to have any journal that I didn't make, but that's a particularly cool journal. I want my chance to win. And sometimes I do win. Sometimes. I don't know how. Occasionally, I win something. But I'm always happy when other people win things too, so. Either way, I get to be happy, so. It sounds like she wants it. How many ears can we lose tonight? Okay. Must be time for tacos. I can feel we're running out of energy. Ooh, that ear is tiny. That's okay. Move you over. These are all supposed to be the exact same size. It's a lot easier when they're all the same size. Sometimes they're not. I guess the offcuts are good to make cat ears with because then it doesn't matter. Maybe I didn't cut it evenly. There's a possibility that that was kind of crooked. Okay. Nah, couldn't be that. I would never. Okay. I feel like this cat wants some, like, stubble on his chin. Is that terrible? Let's give him some stubble. Little 5 o'clock shadow for this cat. Thunder! Hello! Oh, we should all be at Juju's. I'm glad you stopped by. It's good to see you. Yes, as I was saying, it's probably time for me to go make dinner. And oh, she's not. Really? Okay. Ah, that's not fun, Di. It does kind of seem like there should be enough people out there. You guys could have your own competitions. Let's see. Who else is out there? Have you seen My Creative Detour? She's in Australia. She does really cool work. I was going to say that would probably be easier to take it with you when you go. Since you're going, I think it was 60 degrees here today. But it's supposed to get cold over the weekend and get down to freezing or below freezing. I'm not excited about it, guys. And then I think it warms back up. But it's supposed to get up to like 70 before then. And I was looking at the forecast yesterday because I was thinking about putting some of my plants outside. And then decided now is not the time. Now is not the time to be putting the plants outside unless I don't like them. Because the weather people have decided that it needs to get cold again. No. Okay. I'm going to finish this up and probably jump off of here because I'm hungry. See my kitty cards. Okay. We'll give this guy a face. Thank you guys for coming by. It was good to have you. All of you. I'm super happy I got to get some birthday cards made tonight because I have run out and I'm short. And yes, you could be watching lots of people, and I appreciate you coming and supporting me. And thank you for hitting that like button. And I will see you possibly over at Pam's tonight. Or Juju's if she manages to come on. I hope she's oh, perfect. Well, I will probably head over there now. and watch while we're making tacos. Bye. Cat cards galore. Bye, everybody. Yes, and Stamper Girl is also live right now. Thanks for coming. You guys are the best. Oh, I like these cat cards. That guy needs a face. Okay.